What's up, guys? It's Serene here, and today I'm going to be analyzing one of my SPL games. So it was week 7, I believe, and I was playing Garay Oak. And Cinderace and Mag both just got banned, so I really wanted to use Kyurem, which takes advantage of that. I ended up building this really nasty Kyurem Sand team, and the basic idea is that most of Sand's checks, like, Slowbro or Landorus, they all get destroyed by Specs Kyurem. The only thing that really handles both is something like Corviknight, and that led me to use Magnezone. So I ended up with this almost LC style of team where you use a regen core as your backbone and then a trapper to really pick apart opposing teams. So to move on to the team building process, I obviously started out with Specs, Kyurem, and Sand, and then I added a Magnezone to trap Corviknight. And this Magnezone set is pretty interesting, but basically I was really annoyed that Magnezone didn't actually kill Corviknight without a boosting item. And that's the problem because a well-played Corviknight can roost on something like Tangrowth after it U-turns on the mag. And it was just too much of a hassle. I didn't want to have to deal with something like that. So I didn't like non-boosting Magnezone. And on the other hand, Specs Magnezone is too prediction reliant. You need to predict really well if you're not trapping anything, and it's just not worth the effort. So my team and I came up with this expert belt set, and not only does it trap Corviknight, but it also gets a lot of surprise kills. Like if my opponent thinks I'm locked into something, but I'm actually not, and I can get free kills like that. And then eject button Tang was also another cool tech because one, it helps trap U-turn Corviknight, and two, it creates free switches for Kyurem. So if I get a free switch using an eject button, I can fire off a Specs Ice Beam, a Specs Freeze Dry. It's just really, really good. And Tang also checks Kartana. It adds a ground resist. It's just really nice with Regenerator. And then finally, I added Torn because, well, frankly, it's just broken. But I wanted a knockoff set to knock off Slowking Galar. And yeah, this team is pretty crazy in a best of one because there's so many techs like eject button Tang, expert belt Magnezone. Like if you know the sets, you can handle it fine. But in a best of one where you don't know the sets, these sets really, really do well. And as you'll see in the game, it was really powerful. So at team preview, my goal was basically to try and trap Corviknight as early as possible. I didn't know if it was a defog set or if it was bulk up with rapid spin, but I felt like if I had to play it aggressively to get the trap before Crawdaunt could actually knock off the Tang. So I lead Excadrill because I wanted to bait in the Corviknight as soon as possible. So here I essentially forced in the Corviknight and I Toxic because it doesn't really matter, he's fallen into the trap. If he does anything besides double switch, that Corviknight is getting trapped. Because you turn anything, it's going to let my Magnezone come in and it's going to be just an Oko. So he U-turns into the button. Now Mag gets the kill. So that worked out really well for me because that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now here I go Tangrowth on Excadrill because it's the ground resist, it makes sense. And I knock off, just getting the leftovers removed. And here I actually make a really bad play. I sack the Excadrill. What happened was I tried to get too cute, basically. I didn't expect him to Earthquake a grass type. I thought he might Iron Head for the flinch. He might go Coco on my Tornadus, So I got really cute and it didn't work out. It was a really bad play. No matter what I predicted, I shouldn't have risked my win condition like that. So that was really bad from my end. Then he goes Coco on my Tang. And then I get some chip off. It was nice. Then he U-turns as I stay in, and I knock off expecting a Clef to come in. And I go hard Magnezone because I don't know what Clef is actually running, so I wanted to go to one of my breakers, and he reveals Wish here. And when he revealed Wish, that was really good for me because I was really scared of losing to some sort of, Calm Mind variant or maybe Trick with Sticky Barb. I wasn't sure what this Clef could do at all. But once he revealed Wish, it was pretty clear that the Clef would not be a threat at all. It was just going to be, pretty passive and it's going to sit there and let Magnezone come in. So he goes Excadrill, and I body press on the switch predicting the Excadrill, and That was really, really good, and it shows how clutch Expert Belt actually was, because without Expert Belt, Body Press was probably not going to kill that extra deal. So he thought it was a free switch, but I knew that it was going to be a KO. Then, to add insult to injury, he goes Coco expecting me to be some sort of choice locked variant. But because I'm expert belt, I can switch up moves and I get the kill on Coco as well. So that sequence really played out, and basically, this game is almost over, but I have to be really careful about the Dragonite, because the Dragonite, if it's some sort of Dragon Dance variant, maybe with Roost even, it can break through my team, it can set up on something like Tangrowth, or it can set up even on Tornadus. So I have to be really careful right now, and I spend a lot of time thinking about what to actually do here. So I go Kyurem because I live a +1 dual wing beat. So worst case scenario, I'm still okay. And I do it so I can get a free kill here. There's a freeze, but it doesn't matter. It was a 2-hit KO anyway. So I get the freeze, which I get the kill. And he goes Crawdaunt here. And now I'm still really scared of Dragonite because I don't know what that set is yet. And I think it ended up being Dragon Dance, like a bulky Dragon Dance set. So I had to be really careful about how I play this Crawdaunt. And again, I take a lot of time on my timer just to make sure everything is going to go fine. So fortunately, I go Tangrowth on the Crabhammer, and then I Sleep Powder, and I Sleep Powder the Dragonite, and now the game's over. I live a +1. I live a Aqua Jet from Crawdaunt, so I can hard Kyurem here, and the game is over basically. And so yeah, that's basically it. This was a game I'm really happy with the way it turned out, both with my team and the way I played. Besides that extra deal thing. And yeah, if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And if you like these analysis type of videos, please comment down below that you do like this type of thing. And yeah, thank you.